Okay, we're going to go through circuit 2 this time, and we're just going to do the same again. Go through all the exercises, show proper technique and any variations for if you want to change them up a bit or make them less strenuous. So first we'll just start with the travelling lunge. So we'll establish the lunge. So we just get ourselves set out, foot out in front, 1 foot behind. As we go down, we want to go up on that toe. And again, we want our knees tracking over our toes. We want them going forward of them or behind, and tracking down over our toes. What you do with your hands is up to you, on the hips, out in front, behind your head, whatever feels comfortable with you. And again, we're going down as far as you feel comfortable with. Get ourselves set, and then we'll just go down into the lunge, and up. And down into the lunge, and up. Now what we're going to turn this into for this circuit is we're going to do a travelling lunge. So each time we come out of the lunge, we're going to go forward with the other leg and lunge on that one. So we're going to go through, we're going to go down. And as we come up, we stride forward, set ourselves again, and we lunge down. And you're going to do that for your reps. You're going to go through. Okay. Next, we're going to do what's called a hand walkout push-up. So we're going to get ourselves set here. Got plenty of space out in front of us. And we're going to reach down until we can get our hands on the ground. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go forward and we're going to walk out with our hands, keeping our core nice and tight, our back straight to our push-up position. Push up, and then we're going to go back to standing, and that is 1 rep. Just be careful when we're going up and down that we're not putting undue pressure on the lower back. So we'll just go again, we'll go down, we'll walk out with our hands, do the push-up, then we'll walk our hands back up and stand up 1 rep. Now again, if you're struggling with that push-up, there's nothing wrong with dropping down to your knees, so we'll just do 1 with the knees. So we'll walk out, get ourselves into the position, drop the knees, push up onto the toes, and walk it back. And that is a walkout push-up. We'll go down on the floor again for the next exercise. We'll just do a basic plank and we'll go through a few variations. So we're going to get ourselves set down, and we're going to have our hands out in front of us. And we'll just show you first just the basic technique from the side. So all you do is lift onto your toes. We're nice and tight through the core, and we want a nice flat back. You don't want to be curving down or arching your back. So we're going to go up onto the elbows and the toes, into our plank position, nice and firm, nice and straight through the body, and we're just going to hold that for the duration of the rep. Another variation, if you cannot take, is just to do it on the knees. So we come up and we do ours on the knees. And if you wanted to heighten it with your plank, you can adjust your hands. The normal position, natural position, is to have your hands in front of you together. You want to increase the intensity a bit. Have your hands out flat in front of you. Straight line each. You'll notice the difference if you hold it for a while of moving your hands in and out. And that there is a plank. Next we'll do dumbbell flies. So we'll get our trusty bench table again. And we'll just put him out. Okay, and what we're going to do here, we're going to get our feet nice and flat on the ground in front. We're going to lie ourselves down. And we're just going to keep our core nice and tight, back flat against the bench. And we're going to lift up our weights above our chest. And keeping our arms as straight as we can. We're going to go slowly out until we've got a full spread. And then we're going to bring them back to the middle. And that there is 1 rep of the chest fly. Now go again. Bring our arms out, keeping them in time as much as we can. And bringing back to the middle in front of the chest. That there is a basic chest fly. Next we'll just do a straight bicep curl. So we'll get our weights again, we go down, we want to keep our knees bent as we pick our weights up. And what we're going to do, we're going to set ourselves, nice bend in the knees, feet about shoulder width apart. And we're going to lift 1, keeping our elbows tucked into the body. And as we drop that one, we lift the other one. Making sure at the top and the bottom of each, we have a slight pause so that we're not using the motion to get the exercise going. And from the side, we're making sure, especially when we start to get a bit more tired and strained, that we don't start to swing in using our hips or our shoulders. because then we're targeting the wrong muscle groups and you can strain your back doing that. So again, feet nice bend, nice straight back, and just up, and as that one drops, other one up, nice pauses as we go, and that is just your basic bicep curl. Okay. Next we're going to do a two-handed tricep extension. We'll do this seated to start with, just so we can keep a nice straight back, not arching and straining ourselves. So what we're going to do is going to sit on our bench, we're going to have our feet out in front of us, nice and square. We're going to take our weight and we're going to take it around our head. And then what we want to do is we've got it evenly spread across our hands on the top of the weight. So we're holding the weight like so. We take it around our head. And then we're going to push it to the sky and straighten our arms. We're doing our triceps here. So nice firm core tucked in, straight that. And we're just going to lift and up. And as we're doing this, I'll show you from the front in a second, try and keep your elbows in as tight as you can. Really targets the triceps. So if I just turn around here, I'll show you from the front. As we bring ourselves up, we don't want to have our elbows out here. Bring them in as tight as you can manage while doing the rep. And we go up above the head and down. And that is an overhead tricep extension. And last of all, we will just do a sit-up. And we will go through just some variations again on intensity. So get yourself a nice bit of floor space out in front of you. Put your feet, if you need to, put your feet up against something. And then we're going down. And as we go up, your hands can be where you want them, across your chest, out in front, behind your head. But something to remember when we're going behind the head is just to watch out, especially when you get tired. There is a tendency to pull on the neck and jerk. You can do some damage to your back and the neck doing that. So if you have your hands there, just be mindful not to jerk and pull the neck to get the exercise done. So what we're going to do, I'll just take my position. We're going to go from here. We're just going to sit up and down. And up and down. Now if we can't take the full, what we're going to do, and there is also, I say, nothing wrong with while we're building our strength, have something weighted across the feet, whether you have someone stand on your toes, or for instance, you have a weighted bag, just on the end of the toes, just to keep this placement there. We're not making it so we use our legs to lift. We just come up, something there just to keep it as you're building your strength up to do it unassisted sit-up. But if you're still struggling with doing a full sit-up, we'll just go down and you can just take it down doing a straight crunch. So what we're going to do is we put our hands on our legs and we just want to go up far enough so that we're feeling our core engage. And we just take our hands up to our knees and down. The whole time keeping our core nice and tight. And just go up to our knees and down. And that there is just sit up in a few variations. And that there is circuit 2.